Hey guys, thanks for sending this video in. I am going to watch this video alongside you. I've already watched maybe 15, 17 seconds. It says that I've watched, and I already see a few things that I would help Daphne out with. Main one is vision of the ball and the space between where her body is, her center of gravity, the line of her feet is, and where she's actually making contact with the ball. You're going to see that once she makes contact, we have to kind of break our posture to be able to throw it. And ideally, we want to have our eyes behind the ball. So this side view is actually perfect for that. So let's get to it. So let's start from the beginning. And I'm going to pause at multiple times here to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So a couple different things are happening that are creating this habit. One, we see the glove is in between her instep. So if you were to draw a line from the middle of her right foot to the middle of her left foot, it would actually hit her glove. And ideally, right now, she's looking at the ball or really kind of probably losing track of the ball right here. But her glove shouldn't be creating a straight line down. We want to be creating or having a reach out to the ball here so that she doesn't lose vision of the ball and she doesn't have to come up and break her posture. Even right here, you're seeing that she's unhinged at her waist. Her chest is now going to be facing up and she's losing power that she's worked really hard to generate with her throw. So a couple things. Her feet are working great. We're starting to get a lot of movement. She's moving to get to the proper place of the ball. Right foot is a good brace step. But we see here another habit that we want to work on is fingers facing up when the ball is on its way. And this drill looks like a version of maybe good hop, bad hop. You get it's bounced back here. We're seeing it at the height or its peak, and we're going to be moving through it. But because the fingers are up, you're going to see their glove is late to get to the correct spot. So it's up, and now it comes down, and you're seeing her wrist is, I guess, cocked so that the bottom of the glove is facing the ground. We want actually the fingers to be facing the ground. And then we're at that same point of contact with the arm in between the legs. And again, if we were to draw a line between the instep of our right foot and the instep of our left foot, it would hit the ball and glove. So that's like the biggest thing that I see. So immediately, as she's making these moves to the side, which I really actually like, as she's making those moves, instead of keeping her glove, the glove can be side of her body as she's approaching the ball. But this glove at this point, I would want it to be out so that my feet can continue to measure where I need to step based on where my glove's at. See, each time we're just late to get our glove down. And you get a motion that if I don't pause it, you get a motion that is very vertical, down to up versus behind the ball and through it. So now we got our backhands going on, looks like. And even here, this isn't as pronounced, but you're going to see her vision. We want to be able to have our eyes behind the back of the glove. So the back of the glove is here. If her glove doesn't move, her head should be back here. So we need more bend in this knee. But in reality, the easiest solution is to have this arm be further out in front. Again, really good movement with the feet. Really good starting point here. But we're just kind of missing the point of where our contact point needs to be. We need to be more out in front so that our body doesn't need to stop. So Luke Cologne says this really, really well. Oopsies, lost the ball there. He says we want to be fast, slow, fast. Fast, slow, fast. Fast to get to the ball, slow at contact to see the ball, and then fast to get rid of it. So these are a different kind of ball. We're going to go backwards a little bit here, because now we're working on something different. So I'm assuming Daphne is a third baseman. Any on the run with a third baseman, you guys, and I'm kind of biased to the fact that I think third base is a little bit easier than shortstop because you don't have all the different directions that you're moving. Essentially, third base is a very up and back position. It's difficult, but I played third in college and it was way easier to navigate than shortstop in college because we need to read the batter's hands. And in the plays like this, we're fielding the ball where we've put our body in a spot where we're going to have to step at least twice to get rid of it. And in an on-the-run play at third base, we really want to be able to step with one foot and get rid of the ball. So see how we caught the ball? So our right foot is down and our left foot is still stepping. What's going to have to happen is this right foot's going to have to get down again in order for us to throw. Left foot, right foot, throw. So that's 2 steps. And these kind of on-the-run plays, I would much rather you field the ball inside your left foot. See, left foot is down here, right foot, and that was like 6 steps, not sure. So these are different. We're going to go backwards again because I want to drive home that point for those on-the-run plays. So here, we're catching the ball outside of our left foot. So different foot is down. Our left foot is down. But since it's outside of our left foot, our throwing hand is nowhere to be seen here. I'm not really sure where it is there. Oh, it's way back here. So because we caught it out, or we made contacts outside our left, we're going to have to step right, then left, then right again. So that's like a 4-step play, and that's just a lot of steps. So again, I'm going to go back. Sorry, I just really want us to understand this point here. Is a much better place to field it is instead of inside of our right foot, it's inside of our left foot with our throwing hand down so that we can make that play. I'm going to see actually if I can show you an example. So what I've got here is I actually pulled up a video from my YouTube. I'm talking over this video as well, but I've muted it so you can kind of see just the action here. So I'm going to field inside my left foot. So I'm going to make contact inside my left foot. So that means if I have that same line across from my instep to my left foot, that's where I'm going to make contact. My next step is going to be with my right foot. I'm going to break and throw on that same foot. So 1 step, throw. 1 step, throw. Also pulled up a couple of videos from Inside a Defense Club. I'm pretty sure you guys have access to this. But if you don't, this is the drill library of the Black Book. You can find it on my website. But couple of different things. This is in the approach footwork drills. Really, really helpful. Ava's drill footwork. It's a longer video here. Hopefully I can mute it here. But I'm showing you with the ladder the different Ava's drill explanation. And then you can see this is the angle that I'm talking about and the wrist action that I'm talking about. Fingers are facing down. And look at the space between the toes and the hands here. And then you can see player has vision of the ball and that arm is extended out. In step, if you were to create a line in between the 2 feet, it does not hit the glove at all. It's got that triangle feel. So going back to the video. All right, so hopefully that's helpful. Here we go. Continuing on. This is still the on the run. And we've seen all of these before. Okie dokie. So now looks like these are balls right at. here's where we kind of get in trouble with those steps that we train all the time, like with good hop, bad hop. Okay, we go back this way. Reading the ball off the bat, we had the same footwork that we would have had for a ball that's high up, like for good hop, bad hop. But the ball's actually right at us. So why did we take those 2 steps to the side? To feel the ball that's mostly going to be on our right, underneath our right eye. So my suggestion there would be when you read the ball off the bat, we have to have a different first step depending on the speed and direction of the ball. We can't have the same first step. We can't always be moving to our right when the ball's clearly to our left. But these are great things to learn from. All right. So yeah, my initial reaction to the last probably 5-6 balls I just saw was our first step isn't being dictated by the speed of the ball. We're kind of getting to our prep and then doing the same thing, even though we can read the bat angle. We can read the ball off the bat, and that should be what our first step is. We shouldn't be trying to have the same first step off the bat. Now, I want to move into looking at the throw a little bit because I haven't really commented on the throw, mostly because vision of the ball and where we field the ball and how we transfer the ball is a lot of times going to dictate what our throw consistency is. Looks like the ball comes out facing the ground, which is awesome. We have a good scap load. We're creating direction with our front side, which is awesome. But to me, it looks like we have a lot more power. Look like a strong kid. Got long levers, but it looks like we're losing some power on our throw because we're coming out of our legs, because we're getting out of our posture. I mean, our upper body's coming up because we have to field the ball between our feet instead of out in front. So a lot of these balls, I'm not really judging the fact that she's missing them. I'm more so looking at the different patterns she has that are creating inconsistencies with her ability to see the ball and see and anticipate where it's going to hop. Because right now, this is really, really hard to be able to make contact with the ball back here and not being able to see it. It's almost like feeling the ball with your eyes closed. So she's having a tough time because she's having not an efficient first step, which puts her in a worse position off the bat. No pun intended. And 2, she's trying to field the ball super, super deep, which inhibits her ability to see it into her glove. It's causing some problems. All right. So thinking about her throw, we're already, again, coming up before we have to. Ideally, she catches the ball out here, and we're pushing hard off that back foot, which she's pushing off her foot, but we've got this upward motion. So her power is leaking already. Instead of pushing forward and maintaining her posture, she's coming up. So that's our first thing. We want to field out in front and push forward. But once we get into this pullback position, it's really not bad. I want to see what the separation looks like between her front shoulder and her hip. To me, it looks like our front side is pulling way back before it needs to. But really, that's not most of the issue with the throw. I don't think the throw is the thing that you need to be focusing on fixing or focusing on doing anything really with, because once you fix where the ball is being fielded with the posture, and then the first move on your first step, and then your first move on your throw with your back leg. That's going to fix a lot of the issues that you may have with your throw. Because I can't see the target and kind of where that ball's going, I don't see any huge issues with the throw. To me, the biggest issue is vision of the ball, too many steps after contact. We want to try to limit the steps after contact. Want to, at most, our goal is to have a one-step release pattern or be able to have control of the ball at one step. All right, guys. So hopefully this breakdown helped a little bit. I know if I was to watch it over again, that those big concepts would be true. Vision of the ball, the kind of flip up, and understanding the how the wrist is on contact. We don't want our wrist to be flat. We want to create kind of more of a rigid wrist so that the ball hits and the ball sticks in the glove. So those two things are the biggest thing. Where the glove is in relation to the rest of the body is going to really help, or understanding how far out in front the glove needs to be to actually see the ball go in. It probably feels really elementary, and Daphne is, I would assume, maybe high school age. She probably thinks some of the drills that I've recommended might be really basic, but if she is to get that much better, it's mastering those basic things. It's going to make her game exponentially look more crisp as an infielder. So thanks for taking a look at this, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.